Faye for trying to save the motherfucking day. Customers over there like, what we gonna do about Mouse? Because and I was like, you told me Lori did. Lori, that crazy ass lady who we believe that she now could be. Sorry, my eyes are big. I just woke up. That she can now be Ashtray's mama because she was telling us a little bit about her backstory. You said she did it, and them people scary. So why are you trying to protect her? Shout out to Faye for trying to do that. And it's just like, Faye, you could have just. But she told them without actually telling them that this motherfucker is a snitch. And all I got to say is, good job, Balloon Lips. Good job. Now, Ashtray, you have to start thinking before you move, sweetheart. Like, how you just gonna stab the nigga in the neck? We got other problems. The police gonna come up in this bitch. Come on, Ashtray, think. If y'all are wondering why I'm giving more thoughts, because there will possibly be multiple thoughts on this finale, is because the finale is an hour and 13 minutes and 54 seconds long. That's a long time, okay? But I really like that Fez and Lexi, like, we get to see them talk and actually connect, and him just sharing his little dreams that he want to live on a farm, and then he mentioned a little house on the prairie, and if y'all don't know what that is, then, child, I was raised by old people, so there's that. But he, shares it and she goes to look it up, and I'm just like, it's so sweet. It's sad that he possibly about to get arrested and gonna do a long bid, but this is so sweet. I just want to say shout out to Bobby because when Cassie brought her raggedy ass up on the stage trying to make Lexi feel bad about the play and really just trying to, again, play the victim, and it's just like, you're the villain in Lexi's story. Take this and go sit down. We don't care, Cassie. Sit your ass down. And Bobby was just like, just let it happen. This is the brilliance of Lexi Howard. I was just like, it is. Unfortunately, she had nothing to do with Cassidy bringing her raggedy ass on stage. Because y'all know Cassie mad because Nate told her to get the fuck out of his house. Which means, bitch, he never actually loved you. You were an infatuation. You were something that he, like, not something. You were a person he knew he could manipulate to do anything he wanted. And the minute you no longer served him, it was time for you to go. Now, you attacking the fake Cassie because you're upset that, everything's being put on blast because it's all from Lexi, aka Luna's perspective. You attacking that girl for no reason is really fucked up. And the fact that Maddie was like, no, this bitch got to be put down and went after her, I was so happy. I was like, this is what we've been waiting for. This is what we wanted to see. First of all, she got on stage, took them heels off, slapped the bitch, was chasing her around, and then they running through the hallways of the school. She bounced Cassie's face off a brick wall, and I was like, this is why you don't fuck with Maddie. And then BB stopped and took a vape break, talking about whoop her ass. And Cat is just yelling like, don't do it. Cat, be quiet. Let it happen. Because this is well deserved. All in all, Miss Susan, you need to get some therapy. You need to go through AA because you drink too much. You don't really know what's going on half the time. And your hair look a mess all the time. Cassie, this is what happens when you're a bad sister. This is what happens when you decide that you're going to take out your frustrations or whatever else on other people. Because honestly, you probably wouldn't have had this, like, the play wouldn't have been written if you actually paid enough attention to your sister and wasn't caught up in your own little world. She should have put you calling her a loser up in this bitch because Maddie let it be known that, what is it? Whatever the girl's name is, Hallie stole Marta's boyfriend and was hunching on him. And Cassie was like, that's not what happened. They weren't boyfriend and girlfriend, bitch. It's the principal. You shouldn't have did what you did. Anyway, I'm gonna get back to it. But Miss Susan, stop all that drinking, Miss Girl. And fix your hair. Like, I know I have a bonnet on, but you just be going out the house looking any kind of way. And another thing, Kat, we like you, we love you, but bitch, don't you be trying to stop people from fighting and getting that ass whooping they so rightly deserve. You trying to hold Maddie back. Maddie should have turned around and swung on your ass. Stop! Because you could get a two-piece and a biscuit too. Now, when we went to see, Elliot and forgave him, and I was like, good for you. You taking your steps and everything. But like, was like, have you talked to Jules? She was like, that's gonna take a minute. Yeah, that's really gonna take a minute. You let loose on her. Granted, she deserved, like, mate. I'm being generous when I say she maybe deserved 75% of that. But, that's gonna take a long minute. But then he did his little song for her, and I was like, I like the song. But I still can't get over him having the Apple logo tattooed on his face. Do they pay you? Or did you just do that, to be different? Because I must refuse. I'm not tattooing no logo on me unless y'all gonna pay me. Pay me something. Pay me for the little pain I went through to get this tattooed on my cheek. And he don't have a lot of fat up here. So, especially the area it was, it was on bone. Oh my God. Child, I got a bad feeling when it comes to the whole Ash, Fezco, and Fade thing. Because Fez is out here trying to clean everything up, trying to protect Ashtray. Ashtray kind of losing his little mind for a second. And Fez go come in and hit him real quick and like, I have to make it look like you didn't do it, even though we both know you did it. And Fez keeps repeating, I did it. I know I'm going to do the most time. I'm trying to protect you. And that, like, Ashtray go and get it, like, get the shotgun, get the guns, get everything. And Faye is just like, what the fuck is going on? And then Faye notices that the cameras for the security outside is being moved, and it's like, I got a bad fucking feeling about what's about to happen. And God, I hope nobody in the house, other than Custa loses their lives. Oh, Lord. Oh, my little heart can't take it. Ooh, it can't. I can't do it. I find the whole Nate and Cal situation in the finale, the fact that Nate came to see Cal and Cal got all his hoes around Nate drinking and doing whatever they gonna do. And eventually he just break it all down and the hoes leave. And Nate's whole thing is he wants revenge. So at first I thought he was gonna shoot Cal where he stood, but he didn't. He had a little flash drive and was like, this is everything. Meaning all the fucking tapes. Which means he copied Jules' tape or DVD or disc, whatever you want to call it, before he gave it to Jules, which also means because, called the cops, ain't a chief that Cal was always boasting about. I know him, we friends, we cool. Come and arrest Cal, that means somebody's going on trial if they take it that far, which means all of this is going to get dredged up. Lord. I mean, great storyline for next season, depending on which characters are coming back when it comes to this whole storyline and situation. But this is a hot mess. But it was not kind of self-serving. This was self-serving for Nate, for him to get his revenge and whatever closure he needed. But honestly, this needed to happen. I would have thought Maddie would have been the one to drop it off to the police or something like that, but it needed to happen. Cal's nasty ass should have been in jail a long motherfucking time ago. Well, that was it for this. Like, I knew my heart wasn't gonna be able to take it, because, Ashtray is hard at it, but damn, they came in, busted in the house, fell on the ground, knocked the motherfucking door in, sent off one of them smoke bombs, was breaking windows, motherfucking job was coming through the front door anyway. Shit, when I looked at Custard, he's dead. Checked to see if he's dead. Fez is just banging on the motherfucking door, asking, begging, pleading for Ashtray to come out the fucking bathroom and just leave the guns alone. Let's just give up, because these motherfuckers just shoot first, ask questions later. Or hide shit. You can't trust them people. And it's just like, Fez is like, he's a kid, it's a kid in here, don't shoot. It's a kid in here, don't shoot. He dropped the knife, do what he need to do, and he's just still screaming, there's a kid in here, don't shoot. Ashtray started motherfucking shooting. I think he shot Fez. Fez on the ground bleeding, still screaming out to him like, don't shoot, it's a kid in here. Ash, just stop, just come out. He not listening. He's shooting, the cop shooting, he's shooting, the cop shooting, he's shooting, the cop shooting. Then it stops. And the cop is just like, shh, as Fez is on the ground bleeding, and his little Lexi note drops out of his suit jacket, pocket or whatever, and the cop just steps over it. I was like, you raggedy bitch. And he's just like, shh, what the fuck else is he gonna do? He bleeding. He needs to conserve all his energy because we don't know what's gonna happen to him. He opened the door. First, I thought Ashtray was dead. Then I ain't see no blood. So I said, this motherfucker playing possum. Ash, get up, shoot that motherfucker with a shotgun, and here come the rest of these bitches. Then shot Ashtray. I'm like, oh my god. And I know it was a headshot because they was moving it up to his head. And I'm like, oh, my little heart can't take it. Now, unless next season they do it to where the cops just quickly shot him in the shoulder and took him down, and then I'm okay with that. But oh my god. Oh Lord. But I think we kind of all saw this coming because, like the cops, Ash was a shoot first, stab first, cut first, hit a bitch in the face with a hammer first type person and then ask questions later. He never took the time to stop and, question things before he took action. Ciao. Ooh, this is stressful. The scene between Lexi and Rue, like, I know it was after the play, but then you get to see it, like, make, like, their reality mixed into what Lexi's play was. I think that honestly, this might have been like a real raw moment for both Lexi and Rue to have a real conversation as friends and to actually start to help each other heal. And I loved it. Now, these bitches better be friends come next season, and they better be on better terms come next season, or I'm gonna fight somebody. But I loved it. It was really beautiful. That's all I got to say about this. I still got a good maybe 20 minutes to go with this. So I'm gonna continue. Listen, I don't know what next season is gonna bring, but when we see BB, Cassie, Kat, and Maddie all in the bathroom after Maddie chased after that effa and was putting the paws on her, and we see like the difference between Cassie and Maddie, where Cassie look a whole mess. Like her hair is all frizzy. Obviously, she bleeding from the nose because she did get her face bounced off a brick wall. Her makeup is just because she tried to do the Maddie special, but it did not look good. And all Maddie has is like maybe a little cut or bite on her foot because I'm pretty sure she tried to bite her and broke the skin to get Maddie off of her. But you see the difference between the two, and it's just like almost trying to paint Cassie as the victim again in the way it is, but you can't paint her as the victim. And Cassie lets it be known that before she walked up on the stage and made an ass out of herself and tried to steal Lexi's moment, that Nate broke up with her. And Maddie just looks at her like, this is only the beginning. Which goes back to no, not even goes back to. It makes me think that another reason why Cassie is so pissed off about, not Cassie, the reason why Maddie is pissed off about Cassie fucking Nate isn't just because she was thinking about getting back with him. It's also like, you're my friend, you know what I went through, and you are deliberately putting yourself through this because you think he's going to be different, because in your head we're bad for each other, but in general he's just a bad person and he will do what he did to me to someone else, and you just happen to be that other person. And then Maddie gets up and walks away like the queen she is, and I'm like, you can't save these hoes if they don't want to be saved. Don't save her. She don't want to be saved, because this is going to be a cycle that she is going to find herself in, and it's just like, bitch, we can't help you because you still throw they weren't together. Well, now look where you are. You done got fucked up, broke up with, and you're probably gonna have this cycle continue. Minus Maddie putting the paws on you any chance she get. I don't know what's gonna happen for them next season, but I can't wait to see it. Final thoughts on Euphoria. Shit, damn, there's a lot. I still need to know what's going on with Lori and her money, and is she gonna sell Rue, or has she already sold Rue to get all her money back? I'm confused about that one. Does Lexi and Rue know what happened to Fez and Ashtray and Faye? What the fuck is gonna happen to Grandma? Because Grandma was in her room, you know how she is. Is Fez, like, what's going on with Fez? Because he was shot and he was bleeding really badly, and they just zip tied his ass and hauled him up. Where the fuck is Faye? Is Ashtray really dead? Like, there's so many questions of so many questions. Like, what's going on with that? I'm also wondering, is Well, no, he stopped showing up, so he not. Because I was thinking about Lexi and Cassie's daddy. I was like, did he die? But they were like, nah, he just stopped showing up. So we don't know what's going on with him. What I do know is Cal is going to jail. I don't know what happened to Fez. It's a lot of ish happening. And then Rue was like, I stayed sober through the whole school for the rest of the school year. Bitch, when did you slip? I'm sick of her and her crackhead ways. But I understand that drug addicts have moments where they will slip up and get back into doing that. What she needs to do is stay the hell away from Elliot and Jules. They're no good for her. And that last little moment between her and Jules where Jules is like, "Oh, I miss you" and all that stuff, and she kisses her head and walks away. Y'all are no good for each other. And Rue is not going to be able to do good for herself or heal or get clean and stay clean until she hits absolute rock bottom. And she has yet to hit absolute rock bottom because there's somebody always there waiting to pick her lanky ass up. But it was a good season finale. Um but I still have so many questions. It's just like how y'all gonna leave me with questions. Y'all know y'all could have did like one more episode, but you leave us with questions, so we'll come and tune in for the next season y'all get. So I'll see y'all next season.